I guess we all swear, you put on the uniform, you swear 2 oaths, and to support, defend the Constitution of the United States, and to adhere to what the President of the United States does as Commander-in-Chief. I saw the Army as the opportunity to fulfill a lot of my goals, get me out of that community, to get me on a head start to do something with my life, and go to college.
I joined the military because I thought it was I thought it was necessary to serve your country. I always felt that way. As a kid, I was a Pueblos, part of the Boy Scouts. I was in the Civil Air Patrol, and I was always in organizations like that. So it just seemed like a natural progression.
I think initially it's the drive and the determination to get through basic training at AIT, and then to be willing to give up of your personal life and to move on and become part of a group setting. I think those are the initial things as a soldier, and then as you go along, it's the ability to decide you're going to continue to give of yourself to other soldiers as you become a leader and as you move up through the ranks to become a senior leader. So I think just the opportunity we have so many opportunities in this country to do things. It's, I think, the greatest thing I get from being here. I think that my experiences, they didn't change me, they made me the individual that I am.
I learned that we have a lot to be grateful for. It's a big world out there, and a lot of third world countries that don't have the liberties and freedoms and stuff that these people from the United States do. We should be grateful for what we have.
I learned that it's a great thing to be an American. To live in the United States, you take some of the things for granted while you're home, and then when you deploy to a foreign country, you see what a great thing it is to be American. But also, in the same regard, I realized that what we do as soldiers in the United States Army is a tremendous thing. When we can go over to another place, another country, another province, and provide our help and our support to those people to get them through and make sure that they're successful in the future.
Our mission was to provide a safe and secure environment for the people of Kosovo.
Our company was there to provide stability and support operations for the Kosovo KFOR Joint Guardian Mission 6 Alpha. We were there to support the battalion in their daily operations.
Like some weeks we would go out and we worked on integrating a school to have, it seems ridiculous by today's standards, but so that it would have children of Albanian descent and children of Serbian descent in the same schoolhouse. Not in the same school room, but in the same schoolhouse. That was considered a huge thing to have happen. Or trying to get kids to play soccer together from the different nationality backgrounds.
Probably one of my neatest memories was going to a coffee shop on the main strip. This guy had a radio, a CD player, because he was playing some language. I had no idea what they were saying. It sounded beautiful, but I had no idea. I handed him an Alice in Chains CD, and he popped that in there. And I was sitting there, drinking a coffee in the middle of Kosovo, listening to Man in the Box. How awesome is that? That's a memory that'll stay in my head forever.
Like there would always be kids, whenever soldiers show up, kids show up. And I always carried soccer balls in our Hummer, and just trying to get the kids to play, soccer games at the spur of the moment. Because obviously soccer is huge in Europe. And just getting these kids that, These children, you know, they don't know the difference between someone who's Albanian versus someone who's Serbian.
But anyway, the Serbian military that was there and our U.S. Army soldiers, we conducted a synchronized patrol along the administrative boundary line in Kosovo with Serbian on one side and the American soldiers on the other. And I wrote the initial order for that along with the staff, but I published that initial order, and it was really neat to see that come to fruition, so it was pretty cool.
My support from home was great, you know. I was writing letters telling them at home, you know, I love it. I've never been more proud, more happy doing what I'm doing than what I'm doing now. My message would be, you know, whenever you see a soldier in a uniform anywhere, I don't care what branch, you pat him on the back, you shake his hand, you tell him thank you.
That I have to go do my duty, what's expected of me as a citizen and as part of the country. What makes a good soldier? A good soldier is someone who puts other people first, whether it be fellow soldiers or countrymen or just people in general. Like I tell.
First and foremost, I think he's a patriot. He's serving a good cause, his country, and he's defending freedom. And of course, we all know freedom's not free. And I guess we really learned that after 9/11, that it isn't free.
Do I appreciate most? The freedom and the way it's helped me out. I was in foster care since I was 11 years old, and everything I have is because of the state and because of the country.
That if, in a case I did not like what the country was doing at the time, I could protest it. It's my option to say what I feel and to promote my views. As a legacy to my family, both my grandfathers, my father served, and I thought it would be the proper thing to do. Pride in your country, pride in yourself, and it's something your children see. They see you get ready for drill, or they know you're away, and they see somebody in uniform and they immediately associate it with their dad.
When I wear the uniform, I don't know, I feel a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment of what I've done.
It's given me a better work ethic. It's shown me to appreciate my life because of my family, and to be taken away from your family for any amount of time, you begin to realize how much they mean to you.
It's changed me a lot for the better. I really think it has. I think, honestly, I think much more conservatively than I did before I joined the military. And it's just learning that I had to deal, I had to put up with people. I had to accept people for who they are.
Our mission was basically presence patrols, stability and support operations.
We went sledding one time behind the Humvees. We had these icy roads. We just held on the back bumper of the Humvees and they kind of drug us through the streets. They were iced over on us. It was a good time.
That's a difficult question. I've had lots of memorable moments. It's been a long career. So I would say, I don't know, on a range, when the quiet and the wind's blowing and you're looking at your target, and you disappear into what you're doing.
I learned that no matter where you go in the world, people are still almost exactly the same. They work every day, they trying to raise a family, just trying to get by in life, and even though the situation's different where they live, they're all trying to strive for the same thing.
I'm proud of what we're doing, and I don't regret anything. All things considered, all the things we've talked about. So I'd like people to know that, I guess that we do this for a reason, you know what I mean? And I like the honor that goes with it.
I feel great about what I do, and and like I said, I feel it's my duty, it's my obligation as a member of the country.
It's just like say when you get the call to duty, just doing what you need to do, get the job done.
Call to duty means being ready at a moment's notice to deploy and to accomplish our mission. I think the most important quality of a good soldier is work ethic, and the second is dedication. If they have those two things, we can pretty much teach them whatever else they need to know.
Could be, depends on their attributes. Could be their leadership abilities, whether they come as an E1 or an it just depends on the person.
Tradition. I mean, especially being a guardsman and being in this regiment and the history of this regiment, the Medal of Honor winners that we had from World War II, and just being a citizen soldier, living that, almost that double life, of your civilian job, and then just being ready at any time to deploy and, serve the country, just tradition and service.
Just change your outlook and perspectives on different things. Going back to college, there's a lot of younger people in my classes, so their outlooks and perspectives are different than mine.
tremendously. It has definitely made me a better man and just made me appreciate these guys that, especially now, you know, that we're at war, these guys that give up so much to come in and serve the country. I'm just immensely proud of them. I appreciate my country a lot more having been around the world and see how other people live, the freedoms that we enjoy and the quality of life and the standard of living in the United States. There's no other country in the world that I've been to that can even touch that. And our tolerance towards people's religion and ethnicity in the United States is just, it's off the charts compared to the other countries that I've been to.
Personally, I took away that you have to be flexible and keep an open mind when talking to people to have an understanding of the true situation, and also that human nature being what it is, it doesn't matter the circumstances, just by our presence there provided that safe and secure feeling.
I would just say to the citizens that they should be proud of their soldiers. You know, I've been lucky enough to be around them for this long, and I am incredibly proud of them. They will always strive to do their best.
Well, just beside a family tradition, it's something that, you know, if it's important to him, it's important to me. But I'm glad that, you know, it's something that, you know, a decision that he made, and so I'm glad, and, you know, it's important to him, so, you know, I'm just very proud of it. And so, you know, he just felt like it was, you know, it was something that he had to do. It was his job, and it's something that he's, you know, wanted to do, and something that, you know, he enjoys. So, but I'm very proud of him.
Good evening. This is Brigadier General Todd Carmody, commander of Kfor6A. I want to express my heartfelt thanks for your service to Task Force Falcon and the Kfor6A mission. I also want to thank your families and employers who continued serving on the home front while we were deployed. Task Force Falcon's success was the work of thousands of soldiers, leaders, trainers, both military and civilian, and the numerous support folks who took care of us. We can be very proud of our service. We didn't lose any soldiers during our mission. We all came together at Camp Atterbury from 15 different states and territories, deployed to Germany and then to Kosovo, operated throughout the winter months in a tough climate, and returned home with all personnel. That kind of success doesn't just happen without the constant dedication and vigilance of soldiers, NCOs, warrant officers, and officers. I'm very proud of our team and will always remember your service as being in the best tradition of the National Guard, the United States Army. Again, my thanks to you and your family for serving our great nation, and God bless.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the officers, NCOs, soldiers, and the families of our soldiers from Task Force 6 Alpha, which kept the home fires burning and handled all the problems that a family will deal with while their soldiers and NCOs are deployed. And I know how that works because I was married just before I went to Vietnam, and I know there's a million things that the wife has to handle. and the families have to handle while we're away.
I just basically want to say to the guys, appreciate everything that you did. You guys were a great group of people to work with. I was proud to be your commander, still am to this day. I think that our mission was extremely successful, and I wish you all the best. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
I think the soldiers of Task Force Shield were among the best that I've served with in my military career. They were magnificent in their performance. Specifically, they identified and seized 77 illegal weapons caches. They were the first American unit to conduct a synchronized patrol with the Serbian army since the end of the conflict. And they were the first unit to conduct 3 joint operations bringing Kosovar Albanians and Kosovar Serbians together on post. So they really were very proficient, not only in the peacekeeping, patrolling, and operations, but also fostering a reunification of the different ethnic groups in Kosovo.
All right.
I'd like to first thank the soldiers for their service under our command. They did an exceptional job. I believe that the Ohio Army National Guard soldiers that deploy with us are some of the most unique soldiers that we have in the Army today. They bring not only the soldiers' training with them to the table, but they bring their civilian experiences and life experiences with them to the table. So it makes them a better soldier when they go into an environment like this and helps the people of that country.
Soldiers. I just want to thank all the soldiers for the time and the efforts that you put forth during the mission. I enjoy running into you from time to time, either in the military or in the civilian world. And I just want to say thanks for everything you did for Kosovo and for the National Guard. Thank
you. From my heart, a great thank you for taking your time. As a citizen soldier myself, I understand the constraints this places on your family and careers, and I truly appreciate it.